especially for the beginners, how do they
Hmm.
integrate this accumulation and distribution thing?
Right. So usually what I do is once I look at the data and see this is the sector that they're buying. Usually what happens, Mohit, when something there is a tailwind for a sector, even before the retail gets to know.
So talk again, coming back to accumulation distribution,
हाँ जी.
how can one integrate this concept of accumulation and distribution in their trading
Right.
and on the in their investing also?
Right.
And matlab, especially for the beginners, how do they
Hmm.
integrate this accumulation and distribution thing?
Right. So usually what I do is once I look at the data and see this is the sector that they're buying. Usually what happens, Mohit, when something there is a tailwind for a sector, even before the retail gets to know, right? Because so many research analysts are there and all of them,
Right,
they kind of do their homework, tell the companies to buy it. So once they start buying, you would know that there is something happening. And if
right,
you read the papers, read the news, you would come to know that key this is what is happening in that sector. That is why you're seeing that buying coming in. So
right,
looking at the price movement, looking at the volumes, you can understand that, okay, this is where the buying is coming in. And from that, we can trade. Investing mein, what I generally do is if I've, let's say, bought something and then it has moved 30-40%, it is not going to go up 200% in a straight way.
right,
20-30% it will move up, then have a 10% correction. Again, usually these
right,
mutual funds will again buy at those levels,
right,
Mohit. So
right.
वहां पे you can pyramid it. So investing is all about pyramiding your winners and cutting out on your losers,
Losers.
right? So
Right,
it can be used in both trading as well as investing.
right,
Whenever they buy, you also buy because at the end of the day, it is them who move the markets.
right,
Many people say कि retail ने इतना buying कर लिया है, but retail directly has not bought it, right? Retail has put their money in a mutual fund and the mutual fund has bought it, whatever selling the FIs have been doing, right?
right.
So that if we track what the mutual funds are doing, we should be
Mhm.
in a good spot.
Okay. Without revealing the name of the stock,
हाँ जी.
could you share one of your success stories when you used your accumulation distribution strategy and you
Right.
made a huge amount of money in a comparatively shorter period of time, maybe within a year or so?
Right. So this is February 2020 when I was seeing clear accumulation in most of the pharma companies.
Okay.
Right. So this was even before the COVID news that came in March 23, 2020, when the COVID crash happened, right, Mohanji?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
usse pehle hi, from the data and all, you could clearly make out that the smart money were already moving into all these pharma names,
Okay.
right? So that is where I kind of had almost like 50-60% of my portfolio in those names. And you know what happened after COVID, right?
Right.
All of those pharma, especially the API stocks, just went up like crazy.
Right.
So that would be like my best 1 year after the COVID crash.
Right.